Hi everyone, it's Adios Amigo, and I'm bringing you the second episode of the Is It a Bargain or Is It Bullshit series. Today's victim is the Emotiva BasX A2M stereo amplifier. This is a bit of a step up in terms of price compared to the last entry we did, the Lox GA10. We're going from about, I think, $70 to $300. So my expectations for how accurate the specs that they're going to give us are higher than the Lox G. And that's also sort of reinforced from the information they give to you from the website. So if you look at the sales page on Emotiva's website, you'll notice it's $300. It's also out of stock. And when you come down to the specs page, you'll see it's supposed to be 50 watts RMS, 20 to 20, with a THD of 0.1% or less into 8 ohms. And you should get close to 90 watts RMS per channel at 1 kilohertz, not 20 to 20, with a THD of 1% to 4 ohms. And those are the specs I tested. I haven't tried them with headphone output yet, so those are the big ones today. Yeah, doesn't matter to me. You can do either.
Okay. I don't really care. I can go either way.
Which one introduces the least amount of distortion to be as favorable as possible?
Least amount of distortion is fixed.
Okay, let's just do that then.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So
fine.
it's rolling already.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're going to do the same test again. This
Right.
is mid-band.
Thank you.
See a clip?
Yep.
This is a classic clip.
You mean it's clipping in the way you expect it to?
Yeah. This is 50 watts. I can tell you that's 20 volts.
Okay, 20 volts, 50 watts?
Yeah.
Perfect.
And
all right.
Distortion. This is at 1 kilohertz.
Right.
It stinks. Can't you smell that?
No, I don't smell anything.
I smell it.
Okay, well that's a bad sign.
Oh my god, that's disgusting. Stick your nose by there.
I smell it.
It's nasty,
I smell
man. What is that shit?
I'm hoping that's just the components heating up, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's at 50 watts at 0.25.
Okay.
Both channel driven.
Right.
Okay, now I'm going to take it down to 20 before it blows up on me.
Yeah. Good move.
See that?
Yep, it's distorting.
You can still see the distortion
Yeah. There you go. You're good.
right there.
Yeah.
It's short of 50.
It's pretty close, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's... This is at... Oh, wait a minute. This is 4 ohms. It won't
Oh.
I was thinking 8 ohms. I'm sorry.
It's supposed to be
I
90. Well,
apologize.
okay, this is at 4 ohms.
Yeah. So, wait. So, for 4 ohms, it was 20 volts, right?
Yeah.
So, it's 400.
Does that mean we got the
Divided by-
math wrong on the other one, too?
No, the other one was right.
Okay.
This is 400 divided by 4.
Because you
It's
use...
100 watts. It's 100 watts.
Okay. Because I think you use the same math formula, but
I understand. Let's take a whiff.
it's smoking.
This is not good.
It's smoking.
You want me to stop it?
Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't seem right.
Here you go. No? Oh, there's no power switch on this?
Maybe it's in the back. I don't know. This is my first time using it.
Oh.
Just unhook it.
Okay.
There. It's literally smoking.
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, it's literally smoking.
Oh, my God.
That's crazy. Oh my god, it smells.
I told you it stinks.
Oh my god. You know, that power rating was higher than it was advertised for.
Okay, well, that's good. But let's go down to 20 and see what it does.
Well, the problem though is I'm wondering if we're pushing it so hard for some reason that
Well,
it's
we have to take it to
exceeding
clipping.
Yeah, I understand that. You know what?
You want me to put it on variable?
I mean, I don't know what else to do.
Wait.
I just plugged it in.
Wait. Variable. Here. It's on variable now.
Okay. I can't believe that happened.
Okay, here we go. See that?
Yeah.
Right there. This is at 4 ohms, by the way.
Right.
So I'm going to go. This is at 20. It's 20. This is 20. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it is on 20. Yeah, it's 20. Right?
Okay.
It's 0.4%. And it's 20. So it's 100 watts.
Okay.
Which 100 watts.
All right.
Into 20 at 0.4%.
What about 8 ohms?
Okay, let's go to 8 ohms. Wait, turn this down because I don't want to blow nothing up.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
It's 8 ohms. Oh, don't you want to measure at 20K?
I mean, I kind of do, but I also don't want to blow up the amp because it's smoking already.
Let's go to 20K at 4. Let's see what it does. 20K.
That's wild. That's wild.
I don't want to destroy this thing. It's just brand new.
I haven't even heard music from it yet. I'm gonna go try it now when I get home and see if it.
See it distorting right here?
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
That's not a very.
Fine control.
So that's 20. It hasn't changed much.
Okay.
All right, 20.
Wait, it's smoking again, I think. Yep, it's smoking again.
Well, I can't keep testing it if it keeps blowing up. I don't want to blow it up. I turned it down.
Can you turn the light off? I think it was easier.
Well, you can see the smoke.
No, I think it's easier without.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, whatever was smoking, stop smoking.
Oh, that's because I turned down the volume.
Okay. That's wild. I think we should stop, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, 8 should be better.
Okay, well, let's try 8 then.
8, because it's not that low of a resistance. It'll pull half the current.
Okay.
So.
That's crazy.
Okay. You can see it slowing right there.
Yep.
I'm gonna take it back a bit. Right before that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's 22.
Okay.
And
So 22 times 22 divided by 4?
8.
Divided by 8.
I put an 8 ohm load on it.
Okay. It's
22.
about 50 and change, I think.
It's a little bit over 50.
Yeah.
22 by 22 divided by 8.
Yeah.
60.
Okay.
60 watts.
So, actually, that makes me raise a question now. So, this thing, according to the advertising, is rated for 50 watts at 8 ohms.
Mm-hmm.
So, if it's putting out an extra 20% of power, does that mean something else in there is bad?
No.
And would that extra heat cause problems like smoking within the unit? 10 extra watts?
Nobody runs music at 60 watt continuous.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to be okay.
Okay.
So I don't think that's an issue.
That smoking wouldn't have damaged anything?
No. Well, it could. I mean, you're taking, the circuit's taking a beating.
Yeah.
But it's not
So we're
blowing
putting
up.
this under unrealistic loads. We're putting it under unrealistic load.
Well, this is how you rate. If you
I-
want to rate an amplifier, this
Right.
is how you do
But
it.
but from a listening standpoint, it's unrealistic
right.
to...
You want to listen to level at continuous flow.
Gotcha. It's not just like a pure tone.
No. Okay, that's about it, right?
Yeah.
22. About the same.
Okay.
22 at 20 hertz.
Gotcha.
And the distortion is 0.3.
Okay.
So there you go.
All right.
Is there anything else you want me to test?
No, that was it. So...
Was that cool?
Yeah, that was cool. So after all that testing, do I think the product is a bargain or bullshit? Well, as with most things, it's complicated. It's clear that they do hit the power targets that they suggest on their advertising. And honestly, total harmonic distortion, it's even, in my normal usage of this product, which I've had it plugged into my speakers, my 2-channel system in my room for the last week and change. I haven't heard any of it anyway, so regardless really of how accurate it is, obviously it would be better if the numbers were accurately recorded. But the power rating, at least, does seem to be correct. So, in that regard, at least you're getting most of the product that you're paying for. Now, in that video that you saw the testing, yes, we really did smell horrible things coming from inside of that. And yes, there was smoke coming from it. I don't know if the video was able to capture that in a way that you could see it, but it is something that we experienced. Having said that, in my use of the amp in my room, in normal circumstances where I'm just watching YouTube videos or music, I have not had those things recur again. So that was clearly something that was just a reaction to the testing environment that the amp was being put into. It was not something that I think anyone will experience in your average everyday use of the amplifier. So having said that, I do enjoy the amp in my room. And there's two things really to note about that. The first is the sound is fine even after the amplifier had issues with smoke and smell and probably burning parts internally. It still works just fine. The second is there are features that I didn't cover on the product page that really don't have to do with sound, although, indirectly, so much as usability. Okay. And the first of those non-mentioned things is the fact that this amplifier features active cooling, which means that there is actually a fan built into the amplifier that's blowing, and it will introduce sound if you're listening to something in a quiet environment. For me, this isn't really a problem because my amplifier is hooked up just below my computer, and my computer is the source of almost everything that I listen to in my room. My computer has a 200 millimeter heat exhaust fan, has several 140 millimeter fans to deal with the radiator for the water-cooled CPU. It's got a few other 120 mil fans to deal with, built into the case. So there's already a ton of fan noise in my room. I really don't have to worry about sound pollution from the active cooling in the Emotiva. However, you may not be in that same position, and it may be something that you want to think about. So that's just a point of information. It's not necessarily a good or a bad. It's just something you may want to think about when you're looking into one of these amplifiers. The second thing is I really enjoy the auto power on, power off feature of the Emotiva. There are times when it can be annoying, but that has more to do with the type of environment I'm working in, less than the feature itself. And an example of that is I actually have to listen for email updates from my speakers. And so oftentimes it'll be completely silent in my house while I'm working, and I'm waiting to hear if I get an email update because my phone isn't the most reliable source. And what'll happen, and it's kind of its own tell, is it'll be completely silent, and then I'll hear my amplifier kick on because normally the amplifier creates, or the update creates a notification sound. So it'll trigger my amp to kick on, but it'll be silent. So depending on how far away I am from my computer, I won't get the update. If there's sound already playing in the background, then I'll hear the update, and it's no problem. Most people probably aren't using their computer as an email notification updater. So it doesn't really make sense to criticize it for that. It's just a weird thing that I've dealt with. On the flip side, when I'm watching videos going to sleep and then the last video plays, I like that it automatically turns off and goes to sleep when I'm not actually using it anymore. And I also like that it automatically kicks on when I play the first video when I wake up or I just start playing some music. I just have to wait about 3 or 4 seconds for the auto kick on process to finish, but that's okay. That doesn't really bother me. I'm not sitting here counting the nanoseconds that I'm left waiting for the auto on, auto off feature. I find them relatively convenient, and for the few times where it creates a headache, it's so minor in comparison to the benefit. I really don't mind it. And for that purpose, I've been enjoying using the Emotiva. Now, the only downside in integrating it into my system is that you will need a second unit, some kind of product, to act as a filter if you want to send any info to subwoofer and you also want to cut off that info going to the speakers. I used to have a setup with a receiver where basically the signal would go into the receiver would send it to the subwoofer would act as the crossover and then send basically just the excess information, all the non-low end stuff back to the receiver to play in the speakers. The Emotiva can't do that. It doesn't have all those inputs to be able to work with all of those things or the circuits to do it. So you would be able to do that kind of process with something like a mini DSP if you want to work subwoofers and have it cross over, right? Because the issue really is that you can split the signal, but then both the speakers and the subwoofer are getting the full bandwidth. They're getting all of the frequencies, but really you want to reserve those lower frequencies for your subwoofer. So the mini DSP works in that regard. I've been using it in another setup for the same purpose. I'm probably just going to transfer it over to the Emotiva. That's really the only small shortcoming in integrating it into a 2.1 system. Other than that, I've had a really good experience. Again, no more smoke, no more smells. It's been perfectly fine, well-behaved amplifier, and it does what I want it to when I ask it to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and say not a bargain. This product is not a bargain, but it is well worth the price, leaning towards bargain. I think there are certain things that could be done to improve the quality of the product. I think it comes pretty close to the product description as described by the company, Emotiva. It's close. It's definitely riding closer towards bargain than not. And that's my conclusion for this episode. We have a product that appears to have caught some form of smoke or fire, and I actually kind of liked it. So, it just goes to show you. You shouldn't judge a book by its flammability or something. Anyway, this is Adios Amigo. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you next time.